So this is the Get Started class. I'm Vincent Meza from Listings to Leads, and I'm glad you're here with us. There's a lot going on in the market. A lot of, interest rates are moving, buyers are moving, all kinds of things are going up and down. And I understand that obviously we see that as well. So I'd like to know before we get started, before I get into my normal call, I would like to know what it is that you are really looking for. And then that way we make sure and we hit it, right? So you don't leave this call without the kind of knowledge that you're looking for. Let me stop some of the things that are popping up here. And let me give you just my top line view of our system. Listings to Leads is a real estate advertising platform. We have great tools for you for social media. We have great tools for you in print marketing. So if you've got really far markets that you're trying to take care of, we got tools for you to cover there. If you're somebody with a CRM with hundreds or thousands of leads in that CRM and they're just not calling you, we've got tools to help you reactivate those kinds of leads. And then right here, as it says on the website, it doesn't matter if you have listings or if you don't have listings. We have tools to help you get both buyers and sellers. Now, obviously, in the past couple of years, getting buyers and sellers, well, these have different connotations. They have different things going on. And what was happening 2 years ago is probably changing for you right now in this market, right? So we've got a lot here in this platform. I know that realtors have a lot of tools that they can use. A lot of your offices supply you with tools. Great companies that you work for that supply you with really, really good tools. They're just not as effective as capturing leads as us. And we have, clients from Keller Williams, from EXP, from Remax, all over the country, all these other great companies, Coldwell Banker. And I can guarantee you, and you guys know, they all are investing in technology and offering it to agents. And that's cool. That's great. But if you really need to grow your business, often those tools are not very good. They're colorful and they look nice, but they don't actually capture contact information. And in order to grow your business, you kind of need to develop a database, a pipeline of business leads. And that's where Listings to Leads is super strong. So let's see. I did get one answer on what you're looking for. And so I'm going to just read this to everybody else. So I asked the question, what is it that you're particularly looking for? Because I know you're in different parts of the country, and I know you probably all have different needs. I want to touch on them. So James has answered single property pages for Facebook and Craigslist, and to put a web address in an ad. Okay. We'll do that. We'll make sure and we'll cover that. Before we dive into the things here, I want to kind of give you the resources that you need in order to learn what we're doing. Okay. If you're the kind of agent that signs up and you forget that you signed up, we probably won't change your business a whole lot. If you're the kind of agent that invests a few hours and watches what we're doing and sees how we're doing it, we're probably going to help you grow your business. And look, so let me show you a few things that you need to get involved in. One is the mastermind group. Now, to get in here, you need to go into your Listings to Leads account. I'll log into mine right now. And you need to go into the support page and just ask them to get you in the mastermind group. Okay. Support's down here. Just put all your questions in this box anytime. The mastermind group offers a lot, but it is not our support page. This is where my partner Scott and I talk about what we're pushing, what we're delivering, what's new, what's coming out. And this is also a place where people ask questions, right? But I just want to kind of make it clear, it's not support. Scott and I don't always see the questions that come in here, and our support team watches this as well. If you want a fast answer, you put the question right in that box. And in this particular story, it's like, please add me to the mastermind group, right? There's a lot of great stuff, and I'm gonna refer back to this every once in a while. Like this lady here saying, "Hey, I'm using a listing flyer, but it's got the wrong pictures." Great. She asked us an hour ago. She'd have had that answer in about 5 minutes if she had put it here. I'm not sure when she's going to get an answer there. You'll see the new technology. So we have here, I would go check this out. If you use Instagram, we've got a new kind of like link tree. You know, you can put links inside your bio page on Instagram, and those links can be configured to your websites, I think, but they definitely are configured to ours. So if you want like a landing page out there, if you want to be giving away PDF reports, I'm going to show you the ones that we create for you. They're all embedded in the profile of your Instagram. So that's a really cool part of the system. And you can just go down, you'll learn a lot by our system. You should really scan this every once in a while to look at what's going on. And then there's another page, and that is leadgenwebinars.com. Now we're on the Get Started class here today. We typically have 3 that we rotate: Facebook ads for buyers and sellers, and then another class on the top tools to get listings. So I'm going to give this link to you right now. If you're watching this as a recording, this is leadgenwebinars.com. Okay, so you can sign up for the live classes like we are on right now. And then lastly, if you go to YouTube and you click on listings to leads, you will find our channel. And actually, if you just want to learn what's going on, but you don't want to wait for us to fit your schedule, click on videos on this page and you will see our recorded calls, right? The Get Started one, which we're doing right now, is right here. Top ways to get listings from social media, top tools to get listings down here. Kind of get the system, right? You get what's going on. Facebook advertising. We rotate these classes. You know, if you miss it this week, it'll be happening in 2 weeks. But then they're right here if you just want to go see for yourself when your schedule allows. Honestly, I think that if you invest a few hours, like if you, and it really depends on how quickly you learn, but probably 3 to 5 videos, they will get repetitive. You will know what we're doing. And if you can apply what we're creating for you, it's going to help your business. Okay. So let's get into the system and let's talk about, you know, since this gets started, let's talk about the things that you need to do to kind of set up. Now we do have a kind of wizard here, but honestly, I feel like there's some things missing. So I'm going to jump down here to the profile and I want to make sure that we do this correctly. So on the profile, the first thing you want to set up is auto posting. Okay. So you click here on this tab, you connect your social media, and I recommend that even if you don't use some of these platforms, that you go find your password and you connect to them anyway. I'm going to show you what these things look like. We put hashtag, we put emojis, we put colorful pictures, and we put landing pages behind it. So from all of these platforms, you can get leads for free. Okay. And also in a listing presentation, to be able to say, hey, I put your listings on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. That sets you apart from just the majority of realtors. They don't even know how to do that. Fortunately, on this page, we do it for you automatically. Okay. Now, after you connected and you connect and you kind of save all this stuff here, you click on listings. And when you come to this page, this section over here on the right is going to be empty. It's going to look just like this. Click this button here that says copy and paste, and then boom, it'll put that right there. That information that's in this box, it'll put right here. Okay. So you just need to save that one time. If you want, you can go here and we will also auto post your home valuation post to your business page. And we also have a landing page that we create for you on down payer assistance and on new construction. Okay. So if you want us to do that automatically for you, you set it up right here. But I definitely want to make sure that you're doing this with listings. All right. And I will show you what that looks like in a bit. The CRMs. So if you have a CRM, and let me ask this question, are there any of you on this call right now, and just put the answer in the mastermind group, are there any of you without a CRM, no CRM, or if you have a CRM, but it's not set up? So here you'll see a lot of APIs, little software patches that connect us to a lot of the top CRM platforms in the country. Now, if you're not on this list, you might have a unique email address from your CRM, and you could just put it here and then save it, and we'll send your leads automatically there. You only need, I don't know why, it's kind of like my web, what the heck is that? My web address, where it's a lead forwarding. Let me kind of give you an example of what that is. It used to be like Vincent at Follow Up Boss, right? With some weird number on it that nobody would ever see, but they give it to you automatically. Now, when I paste in my email, because my web browser, it's pasting it in through touch. You just need it one time and you save it. But you see, we've got KV Core over here. We've got Realty Juggler. We got Follow Up Boss, Boomtown. So there are a lot of good ones there. You can get a copy of this recording, but this, as I mentioned, is being recorded right now, and it will be on this page, which I'll send to you right now. So this is being recorded. It will be on this page that I'm sending to you right now, but it'll probably be there tomorrow because our marketing team puts some colorful things on it, stuff like that. So connect your CRM. And I didn't see any, so all of you have CRMs, it looks like, because nobody really answered that question. And then the last thing I want to, well, no, it's not the last thing. The next thing I want to do is I want to talk about ads. So we're going to click on ads over here. And running ads on Facebook is a very powerful, smart thing for you to do. If you don't know about running ads on Facebook, or even if you do, this is going to make it a lot easier. And it's pretty simple. Now, when you come here, it will not look like this. This is mine. This is my active page. There'll be one big green button on it. It'll say connect to Facebook. And you click it, and it'll take you to a page on Facebook with your name on it, your personal name. And it'll say continue as you. And you say, yes, me. And then the next page it shows you is what business page do you want? And that will obviously be your real estate business page. Now, some of you have multiple real estate pages. You might have community pages. You might have a couple pages. You can connect them all, and then you can run ads on different pages in the future, right? Okay, so you want to connect ads. And then another thing that's here, it says social. And remember, we're just talking about setup now. So there's a get started class. This is just talking about what you need to set up right first, right? So when you come here, you see I've got a calendar. But when you come here the first time, it's going to ask you to connect to social media again. And even though you did it on the page I just showed it to you, this is a different API, a different piece of software from social media. So we need you to do it again. And then once you've done that, once you've connected, we're going to say, what's the schedule? Now I think our defaults are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can have publishing happening every day. I just choose to do it on Friday. And then it says, great, what topics do you want us to create? Okay, so you can see all these topics here. And really what we want to do here is put free content on your social media accounts. That way it looks fresh and like you haven't forgotten it, right? And if you click into it, like I'm doing now, you'll actually see what we're going to post. So it goes automatically. All you got to do is turn it on, choose the topics that you want, and it'll go out. It's written nicely. It looks good. It just gives it some personality. And I think that's the thing is we're not all into the same stuff, right? We're all different kinds of people. Some of us, like me, I like outdoor living. I like patios and gardening and stuff like that. But other people might be really into garages or creative spaces or kitchens. So you can choose the topics that you want, save it, set it, and forget it. Okay. So we've talked about setting up ads on Facebook. We've talked about setting up social content, which we're looking at here on Facebook. There's one more thing that I want to point out. Now, I've asked this question, but just in case, this is our own follow-up system right here. And it is not turned on for you when you sign up. To turn it on, you just click this button here and you turn it on. There's a campaign for buyers and there's a campaign for sellers. This is very new. We actually launched it in January of this year, 2022. And we've already, you can click in here if you want to like go through, if you want to edit it, if you want to customize it, you can. I don't recommend that you customize it because we've already had clients closing listings this year because they were running ads with our tools, getting leads, and this was automatically hitting their leads. And then it drove that consumer into the office. And then, we're closing business for our clients. That's what this drip campaign is all about. So I definitely, if you don't have a good CRM, go here and turn these two things on. Okay. And then let's see, are there any other things that you need to really be aware of? I think that's really, oh no, there's one more thing. And this one is a little bit confusing, but this is really important if you are in an office. Okay. So I know James there is from MVP down in Florida. I signed up that office 6 years ago. If you don't know this, guys, we have super discounted office plans. It gets really cheap. Those guys are paying about $2 a month per agent, whereas our retail pricing is $60 a month. It's a big shop. They probably doubled in size in the 6 years that they've been working with us. And I know that Derek, who is the owner of that company, has said they have made millions of dollars from the leads that they're getting from us. They have a lot of agents, so you can get to $1 million pretty quickly. Holy moly, you're 1,200? Woo! It was 800 the last time I looked. Geez, excuse me. Well, that's awesome. So then all agents, James, have this issue. I'm going to point it out. If you are a part of a team account, you need to watch what I'm going to do here. Now, one of the tools that we create is called a single property. There are many tools that we create. The single property website, the virtual tour, the e-flyer for your database, and a lot of the landing pages have what we call lead gen links. Okay, now I've got a luxury version and the lead gen one. I'm going to click on the lead gen one because this is really where it becomes. So when we create something lead gen, you see all these links here. One says get pre-approved. One says, Lafayette Homes for sale, and it drives right to the agent's website, right? One says free home values. So free home values is by default attached to all of your tools, okay? And if you scroll down a single property website or a virtual tour or an e-flyer, you're always going to see there are multiple call to actions to get more listings. And that's because we know that people who are looking at your homes that are for sale actually own a home and they're just trying to see what's going on. So we're offering that free home value. If you're part of a team account though, like James is, these links are pointing, like I'm going to click on free home values. Now, this web address, James, when you look at that link, make sure it's got your username in it, because by default, that link is pointing to the office. So any leads captured on those home value links are not going to you, they're going to your office. So the way that you fix that is you go over here to landing pages. This is the last part of setup, and then we'll move on. These 3 landing pages on top are already set up. You can click on the eyeball here, copy the URL, copy the web address, go over to this page here that says lead links, and you can see all my lead links that I was just showing you that are my virtual tour. You just click the pencil to the right and you take out the office link and you put in your link, right? And then you save it. As long as it's checked here in blue, these become defaults on all of your listings, all of your tools. You're going to have those links. A lot of these, you notice that I've got one here that said like Miami condos under 500K. That's a smart thing to do if you've got a good website, meaning, and for me, a good website is one that will prompt people to register, right? So, if you're in Dayton, Ohio, and homes fly off the shelves under 400K, then have a link that says Dayton homes under 400K and point it to your property search page. Because if that is the hot number, and that's what people are looking for, when they see your tools, they're going to boom. If they don't like the home you're selling, they can go get off of that and get right into your website and ideally become a lead there. All right. So that's the setup, guys. let's talk about the two major things outside of our platform. And one is just listings, right? So your listings should flow in automatically. If you don't have any of your own listings right now, you can borrow listings by clicking the grab active listing button and dropping in the zip code and MLS ID. Deselect this so we don't make a YouTube video and click grab. Okay. And that will drop that listing on this page, right? So what I want to do now is show you the tools that we create. I'm going to flip this over to just listen, see if we can do that. So when I click on market listing, this whole column here are all the tools that we create. Okay. And I want to point out that there are a lot of things here. And obviously, the more you use, the more lead capture you've got going on. But you definitely want to focus on the things that are on the top. We rate these in terms of the number of leads that we typically get from these. And obviously, number one is Facebook. So remember how earlier I was saying, hey, connect your account to Facebook and it will be connected and then you can run an ad. Well, you see how mine over here says sponsored by listings to leads. Yours is going to be sponsored by your business page. And in order to get buyer leads, all you got to do is click create an ad. You see the ad over here on the right, right? So this is going to show up out on Facebook. In this case, it's going to be in Danville. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Facebook ads. So I'm just going to show you very quickly where it's going. Okay. So this is right here. This is Facebook right here. And this is, the news feed. This is where you see all the fun stuff from your friends. Looks like my buddy had a little party. Nice. But then the second thing you see is an ad. This is a sponsored ad by the San Francisco Chronicle. If you run an ad with our platform, it's going to be sponsored by your business page, and it's going to show up on the people who are in your targeted area. In this case, people living within 15 miles of Danville, okay? Because it's in Danville, so we auto sweep the name. All you got to do to make this ad work is click create an ad. And then this ad, as you see it here on the right, will be showing up for anybody that lives within 15 miles of Danville right here. Now here at the bottom of this ad, you see where it says subscribe? Well, I don't know what's going to happen if I click subscribe, but in this one, it says learn more. And when you click learn more, it means you want more information. This little window pops up on the right over here, kind of like a chat panel. And it says, would you like more information? And there's really one answer. It says yes. And their name, email, and phone number are also pre-populated from their Facebook profile. Okay. So to get that information, they have to give you their contact information, including profile, including phone number. I really recommend, and this is more of a discussion of conversion, I recommend that you email and text those people right away. Don't try to call them on the phone if they don't know who you are. You can warm them up by texting and emailing them, letting them know you're busy, but you want to help them because you saw their inquiry. Keep following that. Of course, add the kinds of questions that you know that you need to ask to kind of narrow down what they're actually looking for. But don't try to get them on the phone until they're ready to talk to you. Okay. But that's going to be right there running an ad like this. You'll notice that we've got a $35 ad. This is our default setting. You can change it. 7 days. Now, buyer leads right now can cost anywhere from $1.50 to $2. The average is somewhere in there. So if you're running an ad for $35, you can probably expect to see around 20 leads. And that's a pretty common number for our clients. So very easy. Number one, Facebook, click that button. You're going to have buyer leads with phone numbers. If your home is sold or under contract, we're not looking for buyers. We're offering free home values. So again, you can do that by right here running an ad and offering a free home value. Those are more expensive ads. They cost $50, not $35. And those leads are more expensive. They can range anywhere from $250 to $15, right? Now, the next one is social media posts. All right. So a post is different from an ad. This will go to your social media accounts. Remember, this is one of the first things I said is turn on social media auto posting. And we'll email you when it's done. And you can see right here, it's telling me that they posted. So from here, I can click on that icon up there and takes me to the automated post. So it's got hashtags, it's got emojis. And honestly, guys, anytime you put anything on social media, it should have emojis. It just slows people's eyes down. We do it for you automatically, right? Of course, we've got a nice picture there too. But if you click on this picture, we're going to drive these people to one or two pages. This is a single property website. It's either going to go here or it's going to go to a listing landing page. Either way, to capture leads for you, okay? So here, I think we've got Matterport snapped in. You can see the call to action says, hey, if you want to continue, seeing this, click, continue with Facebook. So we're designed, this automated free post looks good, but it also captures leads, okay? And that's kind of our focus here. So use the tools and you'll capture more leads. Now, we've also got a tool here for seller social media, which is actually really smart to use if you want more listings. We email it to you, just open it, read the instructions. The Nearby Homeowner Letter is our top tool for getting more listings. It doesn't get as, I have ways of getting more listing leads, but these leads convert the fastest, okay? You will not get 50 leads or 100 leads from this, but you'll get 5 or 10. And a lot of our clients say every time we mail this, we get more, we get listings. Now, I'm not going to go into detail because we got a lot to cover on that. But I am going to take us to the mastermind group, and I am going to give you 3 names. Well, first of all, don't forget that on YouTube, on the Listings to Leads channel, you will see the top tools to get listings in 2022. I cover it every 2 weeks. If you want more listings, I would definitely recommend that you look at that. But I'm going to tell you guys here that you should go to the mastermind group and you should look up these 3 names: Chris Winstead, Dustin Fox, and Alicia Pless, because they all talk about that tool I'm showing you right now, which is the Nearby Homeowner Letter. And this guy here, Chris, he gives one of the best, well, let me just show you. He gives the formula basically for how he applies this, and he gets a lot of listings, right? Now, this guy, when he did this, I'm going to just tell you a little story and then move on. He came in here a couple summers ago and said, hey guys, I've been using your letter and I sent it out for 3 months. I've got 5 listings. Right now, this is a couple years ago. So it sounds, might sound a little bit dated, right? And we asked, how do you do it? And he says, I send out letters every 2 weeks who've owned their homes for 5 years or more. He bought that list of homeowners from Remine. And once they opt in on the home valuation page, I consistently contact them every week with phone calls, bomb letters left at the door. That's how this guy is closing listings. So you can download the letter here. And I'm going to download it real quickly and I'll show it to you. It's not super sexy, right? I mean, it's not like, there's no artificial intelligence or nothing like that or cloud computing. It's just like simple. I've got a home for sale in your neighborhood, and I'm going to mail this letter to you because I know you got 5 years equity in your home, and that's going to affect your home value. So if you open this letter and you type in this web address, you can get your free home value right here. Not many people are going to do that. That's why this guy hits them up every week. Whoever does it, he hits them up every week. And he closed 5 listings in 3 months. And just so you know, this guy moved from out of state and just moved to this area, joins a real estate firm, borrows listings so that he can use that letter and goes for it. Fast forward to January of this year, February, he's starting his own office, creating his own tutorials, teaching agents how he uses our system to grow his business. I would definitely check out Chris Winstead, Alicia Pless, and Dustin Fott. They all talk a lot about this letter and you can learn a lot about it. I would definitely recommend that you look at that. The e-flyer for your database, if you've got hundreds or thousands of leads in a CRM, copy it here, blast it out in that CRM. If you're thinking of doing video for, things like YouTube or Instagram Reels or TikTok, we give you can download it right here, the Just Listed script. You hold your smartphone up, you read the script, you upload it to Instagram or whatever, right? That's you record it and that's how you do it. We create single property websites and virtual tours. You can share these here, but I'm going to kind of go backwards because James said, I wanted a single property pages for Facebook. So let me answer that question that he asked. The social media auto posting automatically puts the correct page behind the ad on Facebook. So that's for automated posting. You will not get a lot of leads on social media auto posting unless you have thousands of people following your business page. But if you want a lot of leads, then you need to run ads. And one of the differences is social media posts are free and ads cost you money. But that's, Facebook is a company, publicly traded. They need to make money. And this is one of the ways they do it. It's very powerful. If you've got hold of open houses, we've got a whole open house marketing toolkit. Save your open house in here. We're going to help you get both buyer and seller leads from your open house. We also do listing flyers and postcards. Just like the single property websites, the front will say just listed or open house or whatever the status is. And the back is going to say that's going to affect your home value. So your print is going to help you get more listings. I think one thing, now you may not know this, we've been doing this as a company for nearly 13 years. And excuse me, that means I've been talking to realtors for way too long. And when I talk to them about their print campaigns and I say, what's your ROI? They have no idea. It's like their eyes just go back in the back of their head. They do it because somebody told them to do it and they got to do print. And I get it, but in this, you are going to feel an ROI because you're going to get leads from these either door hangers or postcards or the nearby home that I mentioned up top. We also create sign writers. And we also create QR codes. Now I'm going to show you that some of these sign writers have the QR code right in it. Okay. So a lot of people are actually telling us they're getting more leads. Since COVID, people have been using QR codes with their phones and getting, restaurant food, stuff like that. So they're getting more used to it. So you might want to test that out. Now, if you're a blogger, we got blog tools for you. I know James asked about Craigslist. This is the Craigslist tool. What you want to do here is click on this. I think you click on this here. Oh, no. L2L posting app. Copy link. And I think you paste the link right here. Let's see if that pasted somewhere. Or do you do this? Yeah, I'm just going to drag it and drop it. This is the L2L posting app. So you go and you open up a page on Craigslist, like you're going to run an ad. And this posting app has all your listings. You choose which listing you want. And you can copy and paste. It just really makes it easier to copy and paste. In case James is asking, you want to put a web address in your ad, you could type that right in. But just know Craigslist doesn't have clickable links anymore. It used to be in the past that you could say, I don't know, Tampa homes for sale, and they could click on it, it could drive right to your website or one of our landing pages. But Craigslist stopped that years ago. So you can put it there. I would make sure it's an easy to read link that people will quickly click on. So those are the kinds of tools that we create for you automatically. We also auto-generate a virtual tour and put it on YouTube for you. But then there's this ad section over here. Okay. Now, I'm going to say one thing while we're going over to ads. If you really want to get your business growing, the tools, at least the top half of that list that I just showed you, you need to market your home when it's just listed. If you do an open house, market it again on that list. Do it as an open house. And then definitely when it's sold. A lot of people, the nearby homeowner letter that I was mentioning, a lot of people will mail that twice. They'll mail it when a home is just listed and when it's just sold, because it's so valuable that people start to understand, what's going, that they just get some business. So they use it, right? Now, we're on the ads page. At the beginning of the call, we talked about how to connect this to your Facebook so that you can run ads. Now you can run 3 kinds of ads. Create a listing ad. You can do this on the listings page, but let's just do one here. I'm going to mark it a sold ad. I'm going to leave it on lead ads. I'm going to click create ad. And sold ads are one of the cheapest ways to get listing leads from Facebook. Okay. So all you got to do is click publish. Okay. That's how you run an ad. Again, I'm going to remind you, I think I've mentioned this page once already, and I sent you the link a little while ago. You want to watch this top tools to get more listings, because I talk about specifically how to customize this ad to get better results. Okay. So running ads on homes that are just listed, open house, sold, going to get leads, right? There's also a PDF guide ad. There are more than 50 PDF guides here. 25 for buyers, 25 for sellers. If you're in a Spanish speaking market, you can change it to Spanish over here. If these colors don't match your branding, you can choose from any of the agency branding guides we've got going for you, or you can do what's inside your, what do you call it? Your profile. But you'll notice as you hover over these reports, I'm going to click on seller guides, that we've got over 25 guides here. You can download each one by clicking this little button here. You'll notice that you are branded on every page of these. If you want to create an ad to give this away, you just click the green button that says create an ad. And when you do that, you do have to type in the name of a town, right? I'm going to say Austin, Texas. And this means anybody within 15 miles will see this ad. And it says, hey, click here to download. So if they want to download it, they're going to have to give you their name, email, and phone number. This is a good way of building your database of homeowners. One question that we asked that I didn't mention earlier is we pre-populate their name, email, and phone number from the Facebook profile. We also ask this question, how soon do you need to sell? Or how soon do you need to buy, depending on what kind of ad you're running? So the options are like 1 to 3 months and 3 to 6 months and longer than 6 months. You might find that there are people who are saying, I need to sell my home within 1 to 3 months. I would definitely get involved in trying to convert that, okay? Don't call them one time. Use what I mentioned earlier. Keep texting them and emailing them until you get them comfortable to talk to you. Ask them questions. Let them know you're busy. Let them know you're there to help them. They will get warmed up to you, okay? Tell them what's going on with your current listing so they kind of get under, they know what's happening in the market. You just publish. It's really easy. This is really easy to do. There's also a landing page section. So you can create home valuation ads. You can create new construction ads. You can create your own custom landing pages. I was talking with a company, not with a company, with an agent who right now is trying to build a business in a golf course community, right? And, that's mine. That's Boundary Oaks. Let's see here. I thought I had a page here for her that I created, but maybe, there it is, Brookhaven. So this Brookhaven is like, it's a beautiful kind of golf course kind of property and neighborhood. So we got a picture. It's from the golf course. You can really kind of, this works. But again, you want to watch that video on top ways to get more listings, because you really have to know how to do this correctly to have this kind of ad work. Otherwise, a home value ad, if you don't know how to do it, it's the easiest way to waste money. I mean, you literally do not get high quality leads. It's hard. Facebook, it's just gotten harder there. But you certainly can get listing leads, but you got to follow the instructions. And those instructions are on this call, Top Tools to Get Listings in the June 2022 call. Okay. So yeah, that's the kind of ads you can run, right? Listing ads, landing page ads, and PDF guide ads. So that's kind of the story, guys. I do want to remind you, if you are running a listing ad and you don't have your own listings, you can borrow listings by clicking grab active listing. You probably have office rules or MLS rules that you want to make sure you're not crossing, but this is how you pull it in. Okay. And that's kind of my story. Any questions? Let me tell you, let me pause this real quick. Let me tell you, there is a lot of new stuff. So if you don't have questions, I'm going to kind of wrap up my call here. But I do want to tell you what's coming down the pipe. Okay. Meaning we're pushing a lot of new technology. So you might want to know what's coming next. We are going to be adding integration for Google ads. So running ads on Google. We're running integration with Express Copy. And you remember me talking about this letter, the Nearby Homeowner letter. Well, Express Copy is going to mail it for you automatically. Okay. Yeah, you'll have to pay for it, but it's a really powerful system. So I think you're definitely going to want to try that. Link in bio, I showed you that we're doing that. And we're also launching a complete automation with the Chime API. So if you're using the Chime CRM, that will help you out. And then coming up, we got text follow-ups happening in our follow-up plan. So remember when I told you to turn on our follow-ups? We're adding text follow-ups automatically. We're going to be working with the Cole API, and we're just adding more content for our social media, the free section where I was mentioning that we've got free social media right there. So I don't see any more questions. I'm gonna wrap up with this last thing. This is back in the mastermind group. Oh, I do see questions, so feel free to ask them. Since we're here, I'm going to kind of follow. I'm going to wrap it up on this kind of story. I'm going to answer any questions that you've got. So go ahead and load them in now. But I want to just tell you the story. So this agent said, "Hey, who here is listing 2 or more listings a month strictly from listings to leads? And what do you attribute it to exactly? Thanks so much for your insight." Right? A lot of our clients jumped in. And they said, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But this guy here, I mentioned his name earlier. He said, we average 2 listings from each marketed listing, all from L2L tools, Facebook, mailers, and open houses, trying to get that to above 3. So what he is saying is he markets one listing with our system, and he gets 2 to 3 more listings. All the tools I've shown you are the tools he's using, okay? And I can tell you one more thing about this guy, Dustin. So I was talking earlier about MVP down in Florida. This is another office. Dustin came from another office, not from MVP. He came from, he's with Pearson Smith in Maryland, just south of DC. And when I signed their office, and this is just, I think 7 years ago, they had 300 agents. And Dustin was a rookie. He had been in the business for 2 years, but when I set up an office, I do training calls like this to get their agents running. Dustin was doing $5 million a year in production. He started using our tools, and this is the first year where he got involved. It was 2018. When he got involved, he was doing 5 million. Within 2 years, he was doing 20 million. And we actually have a recorded call with him talking about what he does with our system. And he said, the reason I wanted to do this call is because I was a rookie and I went from 5 to 20 million in 2 years. And 80% of my business is coming from your tools. I was blown away. And I had to ask, like, how much time do you put into this system? to go from 5 to 20 million in 2 years. And he says, I put in 2 hours a month. I'm sorry, 2 hours a week. He says, I put in my daughter in ballet and I go next door to Starbucks with my laptop for 2 hours and I work there while she dances. And that's how I went from 5 to 20 million. And all that being said is the difference from that guy and many of you is that Dustin took some time to learn how to use our system. And he is now in an office of 600 agents, and he's a rock star in that office. Everybody knows who this guy is. He's a top producer. I know that we can help all of you get to that same level. We can help you grow your business, but you do have to invest some time to learn what's going on. So I'm going to answer the last questions and say thanks, everybody. So Heidi, where do I change my auto post time frame from 15 seconds so that I have time to update? I don't know. Let me go look. I don't even know if you can change that, but if you can, it would be on profile and auto posting. I don't think you can change it. I think once it goes out and it's auto posted, we email to you. Let's click on listings. I don't think there's a way where you control that. Oh, preferences. Yeah, post when I add a listing there. Oh, post right away. Post at. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is going to help you, but this is the answer, Heidi. I don't know if this is going to control it or slow it down. But if it auto posts, you can just go there and edit it. There's nothing wrong with that. Niraj, can we watch this webinar later on? Yes, I've sent this to you. Niraj, do you have our YouTube page here? I've been referencing. Let me just send it to all of you again. This call is being recorded. It will be on this page probably tomorrow, but all of our past recordings are here. Okay. Do you need to get permission to grab a listing? Honestly, Ann, I have no idea. That's why you need to talk to your office manager. I don't know how many MLSs there are in the country. They probably all have their own rules regarding that. You want to find that out. I don't know the rules of any MLS in the country. I don't see any more questions, so thank you for the ones that you've given us. I hope this helped you today. Learn what's, the market is shifting. Our stuff, just so you know, just as an aside, we started our company during the mortgage meltdown in 2009. Okay. And I knew that we had something that was really powerful then. That's when Scott asked me to look at this. And I said, yeah, this will work. And I told them, if you can make it in that time, in those hard times, you'll be fine when all the boats lift, right? And we've grown and we've grown and we've grown, and we are much stronger in our toolkit, in all the tools that we have for you than we were in 2009. Like, we have so many tools to help you right now in this market. Take the time to learn what we have, and it will help you get through this rough period. Thanks, everybody. Don't forget, get in the mastermind group. I appreciate you joining me here today. Keep safe, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.